She met her man through a dating app. And this happened / a story about betrayal. You are welcome to Classic Tales by Dorothy. Nadia sat on her couch staring at her phone. Another Friday night. Another lonely Friday night. The silence in the room wrapped around her like a cold blanket. She had just finished a grueling shift at the hospital. Her feet ached, her back throbbed. But the deepest pain was the one lodged in her heart, that hollow, nagging ache she couldn't quite explain. She sat down on her couch to relax. At 30, Nadia was beautiful, intelligent, and hardworking, yet still single. Her last relationship had ended with stinging words. You're too busy and too independent. You don't know how to submit. She had showered her ex with love and at the same time taken her career seriously. So, when Matthew, her ex-fiancé, told her those words, she decided not to understand. Whatever he meant, after the breakup of the relationship, she had built a fortress around her heart since then and focused on her job. But tonight, that wall felt weak. She picked up her phone and absent-mindedly opened Instagram. Immediately, it was like stepping into a world that wasn't hers. Engagement rings, honeymoon snapshots, anniversary posts. She sighed. God, when? She whispered. Then a sponsored ad popped up. Find real love on True Match. Safe, private, real connections. Download now. Nadia hesitated. She wasn't the type to fall for these things. But before she could stop herself, her thumb hovered over the install button. A few minutes later, True Match was on her phone. She quickly set up a profile, nothing extravagant, just her name, age, job, and a picture where she looked effortlessly happy. The messages started rolling in almost immediately. Some were ridiculous. You look like a queen. Can I worship you? Others were just plain creepy. She was ready to delete the app when a new message arrived. Hi, Nadia. I read your profile, and I like how real you sound. My name is Daniel. I'm not here for games. Just looking for someone kind and genuine. She blinked at the screen. The message didn't feel forced or fake. It felt sincere. She clicked on his profile. A well-dressed man in a suit, seated in an office. He looked mature and respectable. Daniel was 39, a business consultant, recently divorced, no kids. He lived in the same city but often traveled for work. Conversations between Daniel and Nadia started casually but soon took on a deeper tone. Unlike most men, Daniel didn't rush things. He listened, asked about her day, and made her laugh. He called her my sunshine and told her her voice helped him sleep. I'm not like other men, he wrote one night. I don't want to waste your time. I see something real in you. Nadia blushed. It had been a long time since anyone made her feel this special. She couldn't wait to tell her best friend Lisa. A week later, Nadia and Lisa met up for lunch. Lisa noticed the glow on Nadia immediately. Okay, spill. Who is he? Nadia giggled. His name is Daniel. He's different. Lisa's smile faded slightly. You met him online? Yes, on True Match. Lisa was quiet for a moment, and she said cautiously, Just be careful, babe. You know these apps. I know, Nadia interrupted. But he doesn't feel like a stranger. It's like I've known him forever. Lisa didn't say anything else. That evening, Daniel messaged again. I couldn't stop thinking about you today. Hope you smiled at least once. Nadia did smile. But the next day, something odd happened. Daniel posted a status, a picture of a cup of tea sitting on a wooden table. It looked ordinary, but something about it made Nadia's heart race. She knew that table, the carvings on the side, the small crack near the leg. It looked exactly like Lisa's table. She told herself it was a coincidence. That kind of table was common, right? But a nagging feeling settled inside her. Over the next few days, Nadia paid closer attention. Every time Daniel sent a voice note, she listened twice. His voice was smooth, deep, and oddly felt familiar. Too familiar. But she couldn't quite place it. One night, she did something she had never done before. She downloaded Daniel's profile picture, and ran a reverse image search on Google. Her heart stopped. The image belonged to someone else, a tech CEO in South Africa. Daniel was a lie. Nadia's fingers trembled. She didn't panic. Instead, she played along. She kept chatting, flirting even, while she gathered information. Then, one night, she asked casually, "So, what part of the city do you live in?" Daniel replied, "Lekki." Nadia's breath hitched. Lisa and her husband Eric also lived in Lekki. A strange feeling coiled inside her, waiting for confirmation, and it came soon. That Sunday, Lisa invited her over for lunch. As always, her husband Eric was there. He greeted Nadia warmly, laughing as he spoke. And in that moment, Nadia froze. Eric's laugh, low, high, and little crooked at the end. She felt dizzy. She looked at him, then at Lisa, who was laughing beside him, happily married, and instantly she knew. Daniel was Eric. That night, Nadia barely slept. The puzzle pieces fit too perfectly. The voice, the table, the location. Lisa's husband was the same man who had been calling her "my sunshine." Her stomach turned. Why? Why would a married man go to such lengths to deceive her? The next evening, when Daniel sent a message, she tested him. "I want to see you. Can we meet?" Daniel replied instantly. "Really? I want that too. Let me know where and when." She set the trap. She told him about a quiet restaurant in Surulere, a place where no one would suspect anything. She arrived early. While sitting down in the restaurant, her hands trembled and her heart pounded. 30 minutes later, he walked in. He was Eric, wearing a face cap and sunglasses like a poorly disguised spy. She didn't wait. She walked straight up to him and whispered, "Hello, Eric." He froze, blinked, then forced a nervous smile. "Wow, Nadia, glad to see you. What are you doing here?" Her voice was cold. "What are you doing here too?" Eric sighed. "Can we talk somewhere private?" "No, say what you have to say here," Nadia replied. He ran a hand over his face. "I never meant to hurt you. I was just bored and lonely. Lisa and I, we're not as happy as we look." Nadia's stomach churned. "Your marriage might not be perfect like every other marriage's, but my friend loves you. You lied to me, and you also lied to your wife. Do you even realize how sick this is?" Eric looked away. "I never planned for it to go this far." "You called me your sunshine." Her voice shook with anger. "You knew who I was. You knew I was Lisa's best friend, and still you did this." Eric opened his mouth, but no words came out. Lisa slapped him hard across the face. Then she walked away. She wanted to tell Lisa immediately, but fear held her back. What if Lisa didn't believe her? What if it ruined everything? In the end, she sent a simple message. "Lisa, I need to talk. It's urgent. Please come alone." And when Lisa came, Nadia told her everything. At first, Lisa was in a denial state. She refused to believe it. She stood frozen in the doorway, her arms crossed tightly over her chest. Her eyes were red, not just from crying, but from the betrayal. "Why were you even on a dating app in the first place, Nadia?" Lisa asked Nadia, her friend. Nadia stood up from the couch, her expression calm, but her jaw clenched. She had been expecting this confrontation. Still, the sting in Liza's tone cut deeper than she imagined. Nadia looked at Nadia and responded, "Because I'm single. And I'm searching." "What's wrong with that? You know dating apps are full of trash. I remember telling you about it. People use them for hookups and lies. It's messy," Lisa said. Nadia replied firmly, "That might be your opinion, but not everyone is there to play games. I was genuinely hoping to meet someone decent. Don't shift the blame to me, Lisa. Your husband is the one who lied. He's the one who's married and still out there pretending to be single." Liza's lips trembled. She looked like she wanted to yell or cry or both. Liza said with an emotional tone, "I trusted him." Nadia, softening for a moment, "I know, and I'm sorry you're hurting." But I didn't betray you. He did. Liza, you should have known. You should have seen the signs. Nadia, stepping closer. What signs? He told me he was divorced. He took off his ring. He even introduced himself with a fake last name. He did not use his picture. He used someone's picture. I had no reason to doubt him. Liza was still not convinced, and she said, But, Liza, please, I didn't steal your husband. I met a man online who lied to us both. If you want to blame someone, blame him. But don't come at me for being on a dating app. That's not the sin here." Silence filled the room for a moment, just heavy breathing and the weight of truth sitting between them. "Liza, don't know what to do now," Nadia replied. "Then let's start by facing what's real and what's not your fault. Don't push the blame on any other person but your husband." Liza stayed quiet and continued with her thoughts. She left for her house later in the day. A week later, Lisa called. Her voice was weak, like someone who had cried more than she'd slept. "I went through Eric's phone," she said. "I saw everything, the chats, the voice notes. You were telling the truth, Nadia. I moved out of my matrimonial home and I'm staying with my aunt for now. I don't know what happens next. You will be all right. Take some time to heal, and then, if possible, please forgive him, especially if he's remorseful about his action. More importantly, ensure that you take care of yourself, dear." Nadia replied her friend. What happened next surprised even Nadia. That weekend, Lisa returned to her house, not to stay, but to confront the man she once called her husband. She walked in with a quiet fury. Eric was seated on the couch, watching a football match like nothing had happened. She turned off the TV. He looked up. "Lisa, I've missed you. Let me hug you." "And don't," she cut him off. "I went through your phone. I read the messages. I heard your voice calling her sunshine, the same way you once called me." Eric looked away. "It didn't mean anything. I was just low." Lisa stepped closer. Her voice trembled, but she held her ground. "You weren't lonely. I give you enough time in every way possible, so you were reckless. You used my best friend as a fantasy escape from your own cowardice. You didn't just betray me, you humiliated me. You didn't have self-control." Eric opened his mouth, but she raised her hand. "You lost the right to speak the moment you pretended to be someone else to seduce my friend. I brought you the divorce papers, and I need you to sign the papers." "We can work it out, Liza. It was a mistake, and I am sorry about it. Please, let us work it out," Eric said. "No, we can't," Lisa responded, moving towards the door. She paused at the door, tears in her eyes. "Honestly, I don't know if I'm ever coming back. But I need you to know that you didn't just lose a wife. You lost a woman who loved you, even when you didn't deserve it. I really want to forgive you, but for now, my mind is not ready for that." She walked out, leaving silence behind her. As for Nadia, she was no longer bitter, just wiser. She took up reading as part of one of her hobbies. She took herself out once in a while and decided to love herself more than before. She had deleted the app. Not because she didn't believe in love anymore, but because she finally believed in herself. She wasn't searching anymore for love, because if love ever found her, it would find her whole and in a healthy place, and not broken too, but fully healed. Nadia, love yourself, stay wise, stay true, and never settle for less than you deserve. She whispered to herself. She had learned a great lesson that sometimes the hardest truths lead people to the strongest versions of themselves. I hope you enjoyed the story and got value from it. Remember to like, drop your comment, and subscribe to my channel for more stories. See you in the next story. Stay uplifted.